serving up stories from the lacrosse field. Brought to you by Lacrosse Magazine. Produced by U.S. Lacrosse. Lax is life. Kelly Berger couldn't escape it if she tried. She's the former All-American at James Madison University turned U.S. national team star, one of the youngest head coaches in Division I women's lacrosse, the sister of one MLL All-Star, the cousin of another, and the girlfriend of one of the most dominant athletes the sport's ever seen.
My brother, Stephen Berger, plays for the MLL, went to Washington College. My cousin, Justin Smith, went to Salisbury, plays in the MLL also. Paul Rabel, my boyfriend, does a whole slew of things. And then my cousin, one of my only girl cousins that also plays the sport, plays at Georgetown. She's a senior there. And her name's Jacqueline Parock. She's actually Justin's sister. So a lot of people don't connect us all together because we have different last names, but there are a lot of connections. So it's awesome. It's a good feeling to have family support you.
Kelly might just be the best of the Berger brood. A Twarton Trophy finalist at JMU, she spent 2 years as an assistant coach at UMBC before her big break in July 2009, becoming the Retrievers' head coach at the ripe age of 24.
Being a young coach in this day and age is something that doesn't really have words to describe. I think I'm still kind of shocked that I have the job that I have, and so fortunate for being offered that position. Even the days where I'm frustrated and just being a coach in myself, it's just to be able to stand back and look and say, wow, I have the opportunity to do this, and I was given the opportunity to do it. It's something that you can't even explain how exciting it is for our sport to see that.
Though what surrounds her at every turn, Berger's never taken lacrosse for granted. Knee injuries nearly ended her playing career, but she refused to remain sidelined.
I had a meniscus tear my junior year in college. My senior year in college, I tore my ACL on one of my legs. The year after that, at the U.S. level, I tore my other ACL on my other leg. So far, I've been good since then. But what I have found is it's allowed me to relate to some of my players that have been injured, or even some of my teammates on the U.S. level, in the sense that telling them that it's going to be okay, or you'll get through it, and in the end it'll make you stronger. And it's actually funny because the year after I tore my second ACL, my brother tore his. And I was able to kind of coach him through that, and that was kind of cool to be the younger sister and kind of be like, it's going to be okay. I got through him, you'll get through him. And I kind of would throw it at his face that he would complain about one, and I'd say, well, I have two, so you can't really complain. So I think, being able to look back, it really did make me a stronger player and make me appreciate, being healthy.
Despite her best efforts, Berger was not with Team USA last summer when it won World Cup gold in the Czech Republic. With just 18 roster spots available, even the game's best players must cope when they don't make the cut.
When that happened, I talked to a lot of my teammates that I played with in Prague, and just the love of the game, the competitiveness that I have, and those girls who are still coming back. I mean, what's another year? And if anything, I feel like I helped prepare them to go on to that World Cup. So although I wasn't there playing with them, I was cheering them on, I was with them the whole time. And I actually was called to ask to come and play 2 days before the World Cup started, to come over to Prague, and because I had just gotten my job, I just wasn't able to. But it was, an awesome thing to be able to watch them and know that playing with them, I helped them prepare, and they rocked. I wouldn't have chosen a different team, so it's good to see.
While Kelly Berger, the player, sets her sight on 2013 and U.S. World Cup team's gold medal defense, Kelly Berger, the coach, revels in what she's able to do at UMBC. Consecutive losses to BU and Albany have pinned the Retrievers' postseason hopes on Saturday's game at Binghamton. Win, and they're in the America's East tournament. They live to fight another day, much as their coach has.
I think what surprised me most is the pressure that you feel, and it's something that you could probably tell yourself, oh no, I won't have to worry about that, or I don't think I'm that kind of person, when no matter what, it's your name on that program and it's your program, so you do feel a little bit of that. And I think it surprised me how much it does not affect me. It doesn't affect me in a negative way, but I do pay attention to it and know, this is your name behind it, so any little thing matters.
I definitely think the worst part of being a goalie is feeling like you've let your team down, at least for me. That was always the toughest part of it. I think the best part about being a goaltender is there's so many different aspects that come into play. It's not just being a goaltender, in my opinion. It's, you know, coming out, making an interception on the field, coming out for an extra ground ball, giving your team an extra possession, trying to read the play as it comes down. So I think there's so many different aspects that go into being a goaltender that makes it exciting.
Stony Brook certainly looks like the clear-cut favorite out of the America East. The Seawolves shut out Albany 15-zip last week, a win that vaulted them to number 8 in this week's NCAA Division I Men's Lacrosse Coaches Poll. It's been 7 years since Maryland found itself on top of the national rankings. Fresh off an ACC title, the Terps are number 1 in this week's NCAA Division I Women's Lacrosse Coaches Poll. The last time they were on top, March 31st, 2003. The calendar turns May and madness ensues. Look no further than Denver. Bill Tierney's Pioneers host Loyola at Invesco Field at Mile High with the ECAC title and automatic bid on the line. Ivy League Player of the Year Ali DeLuca led Penn to another regular season title. Can the Quakers come through in the Ivy's first postseason conference tournament? Follow the action this weekend and all season long at laxmagazine.com.
Scared of snakes, and I'm scared of the dark.
I was thinking about the snakes. I didn't say the snakes, but I did say dark. I just said scared of the dark.
I'm legit scared of the dark.
Because you don't run into snakes too often, do you?
No.
So,
Thank God.
I don't think ever.
No.
So, dark would be the better answer, I think.
You gotta swap sports. Who's gonna be more successful?
Me. I don't.
Really?